Hi, honey. How are you? That's perlite. Thank you, Bob. Bam! God has the finest, most wonderful, amazing sense of humor I've ever felt. You got some repair work to do. Jedi mind fuck. I don't need it. I don't need it. I have the real thing. Oh, I can't wait to have a couple martinis with my honey. Yep. Here we go. Lion's mane, mycelium host. Here he is. His skin. And put him in 2 pieces, one on the left and one on the right, and hold between your gum and the soft skin of your mouth. Please. This is natto. It is soybeans that in Japan, they would bury it in, I think, some kind of leaf, banana leaves maybe, I'm not sure. After it was sprouted, I'm fairly certain, and then they would put it under a fire pit and burn it for like 6, 7, 8. They probably fired clay pots over the top. They fired clay. It was over the top. A kiln was made on top, and then they just left it in the ground. And when they came back, the only thing that survived was spaceborne bacteria that came on a meteor. So this is a major component of your portal to God. Love portal God times 3. It's real. 10 C. You will see 10 degrees. Yep. Natto is a good one. First time I had it, I had the convenience store stuff. This is organic. It's craft natto, and it's amazing stuff. It's why the Japanese live to be 130 years old. I'll play with that. I have eggs for my brownies. all this stuff was rejected. I gave this to my friend and she said no, she didn't want it. So I have it for her mother. I made it for her mom, who is a very good looking for her age. Her name is Beverly Myers. She is my dear friend. The closest person I think I have nearby is her. She told me about how pious our First Lady is, and so I immediately bought into our wonderful First Lady, Melania Trump. Apples for apple juice. I like to, if I can, I am going to rinse those in ozonated water. So the air pump pushes bubbles through the ozonator and there's a desiccator to dry the air, or I can put on oxygen. Ozone has a half-life of 3 minutes. So when it enters the water, and you should use cold water, the coldest you can get. I would actually, if you're going to do ozonated water, I would do water with ice on top, because when water is coolest, it absorbs the most gas. And ozone has a 3-minute half-life. So stick it in there and then go, like, either stick it in right away inside a spray bottle or inside one of those pump sprayers, or you can just do a steady stream. So like a pretty big ozone generator, and then just as water goes through it and goes to an eductor, which is basically a pump where you just need to pump water. But I'll go into all that. Ozonated water is the way, because you can do laundry with it, you can sanitize with it, it rejuvenates your skin, and it's easy to generate locally. So this is Veganese. Regular mayonnaise has eggs, so I cannot do eggs. I was raised on eggs. By the time I hit kindergarten, I was retarded. By the time I finished kindergarten, I honestly did not know the difference between dog and God. I was retarded. And they showed me the fucking priest cock. Fuck. Me and my buddy were like, what? And fucking the other dude was like, this fucking little dude was like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna go up and look at the head on this thing. But no, I had the fucking gay test done on me way earlier, so I knew what was up. You need to have a food intolerance, IgA, which is your mucous membranes in your fucking mouth and your ass, and if you're a woman, your vagina, and also your nose. So IgA test is very important. If your tonsils got removed, your IgA is compromised, so you will have to run acidic diet to counteract your lack of immune system in your ear, nose, throat area. And that's how I do. I run acidic with sugar, and if you need to cleanse, xylitol. Not pretty much all probiotics that are alcohol resistant will respond okay with xylitol as a sanitizer. So your yeasts, if you can have certain kinds of yeasts, you are very lucky for this coming outbreak. Okay. Baby spinach for smoothies. Pack it in. Kefir, water kefir. This is like freaking good as fucking root beer. And I have tons of shit I can use to make my water kefir increased. 5-HTP. I have all these precursors. L-tyrosine. No, that's L-theanine. So